Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Geron Corporation GERN approval summary for the 10th of June 2024. And in the summary, we're going to be talking about approval. We're going to be going over the bullish and the bearish parts of the company and going from there. So I generally follow small cap pharma, which this used to be well back in the day. It's no longer considered small cap by its market cap, but I do small cap pharma, I do indie games, I do regular games, I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and thank you. Disclaimer is currently I have no shares or options. If you've been with this channel long enough, you know that I rode GERN up pretty well. Just didn't have the availability or the time to really work on the approval. And it happens. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by my own due diligence. And any information given is valid for today, the 10th of June, and the slideshow will not be updated. But again, as new news, new slideshow. So, what happened? We got approval. Super awesome. It's very nice. So what's next? So the company is expecting to start sales somewhere in the third quarter of 2024 with the product going into the distribution channels in June and summer 2024. The company market cap is a juicy $2.72 billion at the moment. The company enters the market as a third drug for this indication. It was not given first-line treatment status yet. Because of this statement, I don't believe sales will start strong past the initial bump, and we'll talk about that initial bump a little bit later in the video, but could gain strength if the drug works as intended and it solidifies itself as a second-line treatment. So does the company have a chance? Financially, yes. The company has around $465 million at the end of the second quarter. They do expect their operating expenses to be about $270 to $280 million. With a lot of this, they believe they can get into the second quarter of 2026. So that is almost 2 years of sales. And then, of course, we have Impact MF interim read in 2026, final in 2027. So the market for that would most likely be in 2028. So I've said a lot. Let's break it down. The company believes this could be a $1 billion drug by itself. However, I put the range at a very, very wide because I don't have any information yet. 200 million to 1.2 billion. Yes, again, very wide. Larger companies, BMS and Merck, will of course try and hold down the sales by offering discounts or ramping up the marketing because, let's be honest, it's a business. And they aren't going to let another company come in and just easily take away sales. And we've seen that anytime a smaller company enters the market, the larger companies in there don't want it to succeed. Because it is, like I said, it's a business, which is sad, but it's understandable. However, if patients can start the treatment and it works for them, this would increase patient use and doctor use. That is one thing that doctors love. If they see something working, they will continue to use it. If you go to the ER, you do something and the doctor's giving you something that is 20 years old, they like it because they know it works. We're going to hopefully get the same thing here. The company will get a bump in sales as they start, as they will have a host of patients who've already gone through both treatments available. And so that's also kind of a warning too. Like that first sales quarter, I am probably going to play options because it is probably going to be nice as all these people who have already failed the other treatments will go to GERN. And, the problem is after they run out of those patients, how much of a gain are we going to give? So I believe the company's valued a little high at the moment. I think if the company can sustain decent sales, I believe that it might justify the market cap as it would be able to work with a net positive for cash, especially in 2028. We had another indication that is around the same size. And again, I put it again, 200 million to 1.2 billion at the moment until I can refine that with sales. The company might benefit that there are only 2 other drugs on the market because if those other 2 drugs don't work, they almost have to try Geron's medication. But again, both medications are first-line treatments. So there's going to be any new patient who comes in there, we run the risk that they're going to try both first-line indications before they try us. And that's really going to be what Geron is going to have to try to move towards. And that is going to really be looking at that initial bump of patients who've already been through that. So again, I think you're going to see a bump and then you might see a slowing of sales. That is just a personal opinion. But again, the company, I think its market cap is a little high. If the market cap was like $1 billion, I would love the stock till, the end of the days. But at 2.7, almost 3, it is a little high without sales coming in. But again, hey, I'm an amateur investor. I might be wrong. Hopefully this has given you enough to think about, both bullish and bearish, so that you can actually make a smarter financial decision about the company. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.